Good morning, ladies and gents. I'm coming at you today with another haul. This is my Itsy Bitsy Teenie Weenie haul. I met with a gentleman yesterday that was a teacher, and he was getting rid of a majority of his collection. So he was selling for $1 each. Of course, he picked out most of the good stuff. He said he had a lot of stuff at home still that he was keeping for himself. But this is some stuff I picked up that I thought was either cool covers or it was a small key or whatnot. So with no further ado, this is my haul. The first one I got was Devil's Due Studios mixtape. Has Voltron, G.I. Joe, everything else that I loved growing up as a kid, so I had to pick it up just for nostalgia alone. Next one I got was The Ray #1. That is a newsstand version. That is the first appearance of who? The Ray. Next one I got is Creech #1. That's a Greg Capullo cover. I just thought it looked really awesome. I've never seen or heard of this Creech monster before, so it was a book. I picked it up. Next one is Grayson Lenticular #1. Next one is Adam Hughes cover. This is Legionnaires #7. If you see right here, you can see the AH right there. It's in the bubbles, so that way you know it's Adam Hughes or Adam Huh. So picked up that. I just got it because it's Adam Hughes cover. This one I got is Injustice Gods Among Us #1. It was in much better shape, but when the gentleman was packing my books up, he was putting them in a box for me. He had the cover folded over a little bit, and so now I got a freaking crease on there now with color break. So that sucks. Whatever. Oh well, win some, lose some. And then I also got Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special. These are actually worth a few bucks, believe it or not. So I grabbed those. Got 2 of those. Next one is something that brings me back to my childhood. It is The Last Starfighter #2. That's a good 80s movie right there. So he had a newsstand and a direct edition. He didn't have #1. I wish he had #1. It would have been awesome, but he did not have it. Next up on the list, this is another awesome 80s movie that is very nostalgic for me. That once I saw the book, I had to pick it up. So I don't know if some of you guys know if you were 80s baby, 70s baby, but I got Krull #1. How freaking awesome is that? That is like the gem of my haul right there. Krull #1. And then he had Krull #2. And he had a few Darkhawks in there. I picked up these just because they're cool covers. So that's Venom with Darkhawk. Darkhawk #13 and Darkhawk #14. Just Venom covers. Venom's hot right now, so I had to pick it up. And then he had these in there. A Darkhawk #1 newsstand and a Darkhawk #1 newsstand. Awesome. I'll take it. I will take it. Next up is Captain Marvel #1. She's going to be hot soon. And then this one I thought was awesome. Awesome book. And I was very surprised that these are going for around 20, 30 bucks each now. It's The Tick #100. That is his 100th issue book with Invincible on there. And like I said, I was surprised those books are going anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks. Next is a cartoon that I used to love when I was a kid. It's Silverhawks. Who remembers that? Silverhawks. I don't remember the song, but they were awesome. That one's in decent condition. It's probably very fine minus condition. And then he had #2. It's a little bit more tore up. I think actually the cover is detached. I didn't notice at the time, but whatever. Starhawks #2. Next up is something pretty dang funny. The first book is Space Beaver. So these next couple books are books that when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, they were black and white issues, and so they started the black and white issue craze. So if you take a look on the inside of this book, they're all black and white issues, and so everybody tried cashing in on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle craze, and so they also made a geriatric Gangrene Jiu-Jitsu gerbils. I just thought that was funny. See how they're black and white on the inside? They try to cash in on that craze, like I said, of the Ninja Turtle craze. Some didn't make it, of course. Only the Ninja Turtles did. Next up is, this is a Cave Woman book. It's limited to 750. It's a Bud Root limited edition. I don't know. I just got it. It's a virgin cover by Bud Root. And it comes with a little authenticity saying it's only 750 copies of those. So I picked it up. Who knows? Maybe somebody might want to snatch it up. Next one is an X-Force parody. Got X-Farce #1. And then I also picked up Married with Children 3D. That's #1. I picked it up. Still has the 3D glasses in there, as you can see. Bam. And then it has Married with Children #2, 2099. Reminds me of Spider-Man 2099. Okay, next up I got Youngblood #2. That is the first appearance of Prophet, as you would like to call him. And I've been looking for this book everywhere, and I didn't want to pay eBay prices for it. But I saw all the big dogs have it, like I think Significance has it, Doom 143, Alex Comic Order, Master X Splinter. Of course, all those guys got it, so I really wanted it. I think that's probably the best Adam Hughes cover out there. I love that cover. So finally found one for $1. Next up I got is Wildcats #1 newsstand edition. I just thought it was funny because Master X just had a haul and he found one of these also. I didn't find 20 copies of it like he finds all the time, but I found one. Next up is Lazarus #1 I got, and then I got a second print. And same issue, when he put it in the box, he folded the cover. A little disappointing. Next up is Amazing Man. I've never heard of him before. It was #1, and I said, screw it, I'll pick it up. It's Amazing Man. Next up I got, he had a few of these. He had Magic #1 and Magic #1, and he had Magic #2, Magic #2. Magically, he had #3, only one, and Numero Quattro. He had #4. So I got 1 through 4 in the whole miniseries. Awesome. Next one I got is Fallen Angels #1. I don't know if those are going for anything. I just picked it up anyway. This book I think is a little underrated. I think it should go for a little more. This is like my second or third copy, but it's Falcon #1. Okay, moving on. He had a few of these books. He didn't have all 5, but he had a few of them. So he had the Empire, George Romero's Empire of the Dead #1, #3, #5, and #2. He didn't have #4. Oh well. Next up I got his Damage Control #1. Those used to be worth a few bucks. I haven't checked to see how much they're worth now, but I picked it up anyway. These are probably the 2 best ones from the lot. I got the Ultimate X #1 with James Howlett, or Jimmy Howlett, or Jimmy Hudson, whatever the hell you want to call him. This is the Bone Claw variant. And then last but not least, this is probably the best one he had in there. It's Next Man #3. One of the first appearances of Hellboy. So, of course, I had to snatch that up. That condition on that one is probably very fine minus. I'm going to doctor it up a little bit, maybe make it very fine plus. Got to press that sucker out, and I will be selling that. But that is my haul, my Itsy Bitsy Teenie Weenie haul. Hope you guys enjoyed my adventure. But hit me up. Don't forget to like and subscribe my page. What a dummy. Excuse me, my videos. And hit me up with anything. You guys have any questions? I might know something you don't, and you might know something I don't. So hit me up. Don't be afraid to talk to me. Alright guys, peace out. Later.